up, everybody? So we are headed to one from the weekend, and everybody's wondering about a follow-up. It was that RHEEM with a weird voltage, 55 volts. Supposedly the electrician has fixed this thing twice, and we are headed there this morning to see if he actually fixed anything. And it's kind of weird. We're getting 210 coming out of the breaker panel. When I disconnect the wire so it's straight from the breaker to the other side, I'm getting 55 volts across both and 36 on each leg. Now I think it's either touching ground somewhere or something's going on, and I said you just need new wire ran, but I don't know if what they're done or what they're figuring out. But we're headed there now just to see if it's fixed and see if maybe we can tell what they did to fix it. So let's go. See you there. Okay, so we are back. It is cold outside. It's like in the 60s with the wind. We're back. We're here to look at this unit again. And look, there's no power. Instantly I already know it's not been fixed. So let's take the door off. We're gonna check it. Gonna check it and see. It's probably a pain in the butt. It's on. It is on right now. Alright, voltage. I am fully touching. Oh, no, we're getting to. They did fix it. Wasn't touching it good. 211. So I don't know what they did to fix it, but we about to see if the unit can run now. Hey, we got power. All right, it's running. Put the door back on it. Man, that's crazy. I think I got some screws. I think we got some screws in here. I found some screws. They were in my first bag. I knew I had some. These are a little fatter. These are all stripped out, so these should hold a lot better. Alright. I feel a little better now that the door's sealed. But now we're still waiting on this thing to kick on. It's 68 degrees in here, so I had to put it in heat mode. We're gonna let her warm up in heat mode, and then I'm gonna check it in cool mode and make sure everything's working. But fan kicked on, that's a good sign. I'm gonna put my thermometer in here and see if we know the heat strips won't kick on because I got it bypassed. But we're gonna make sure that heat pump is gonna work upstairs. Which it feels like it's working right now with a hot suction line. So it looks like it's working good. We're gonna let it warm up for a little bit just so I can turn the cool air on and make sure the cool air is working also. So I just called the property manager because we had a tech out here yesterday. She said it's the same thing, 55 volts. They send Metro Power out, and this time they sent a manager. The manager at the power company says there's nothing wrong, it's working fine. All these look the same. I don't see anything new. I could take this off and see if they did anything. I asked for their number so I can call, just for your guys' info, so you can learn what they actually did to fix it, because they had to do something, because it was 55 volts for the first tech, 55 volts for me, and 55 volts yesterday. And then now when I showed up today, it's 210, 211 volts, just like it should be. And everything is running. I have it in heat mode right now running, and everything is running fine. So I'm gonna wait and call and see what they figured out, if they actually did fix something. But all right, I'll keep you guys posted. I didn't know if you are aware of that work order, if you know what they did to fix it. I showed up today and it's fixed, but as a technician, I'm just kind of curious.
I came by yesterday. I'm the manager. I looked at it. And you know what was weird is someone had taken the wires loose at the breaker. They took the wires out of the breaker, stuck them behind the lug, and then tightened the screws back up. So they were just sitting there touching. I don't know who did that. That's what's weird. But anyway, I put them in the breaker and tightened them up, and it was fine. It was just the breaker in the panels, what I'm talking about, in the closets were.
Oh, the breaker in the panel in the closet.
Yeah, somebody unhooked the wires, and they looked like they were hooked up. But when I started jerking all the wires around to see if I could see if there was a problem with the wire. And when I did, they just came off the breaker. So I looked, and someone had unscrewed the screw, took the wire out, and screwed the screws back in. So they looked like they was in there tight. But I don't know who did that. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It might have been from I know Hans said the first tech it came out from Metro was ordering a part, and I was like, I don't think he needs a part, and I didn't even check those wires.
We had to order. We had to go get that breaker. That in Pensacola. We had to go all the way to Pensacola to get it.
Oh, okay.
Nobody had it in stock here, so we went and got it. That was all we had to do.
Okay.
But I don't know, because he checked when he was checking all that. He said he pulled on the wires and they weren't loose like that.
I wonder if Ashley loosened them yesterday when she showed up, just checking
I just
stuff.
wonder if somebody did it. I don't know. Maybe they thought. I don't know why they did it. But
I was wondering, because today, like when I showed up this weekend, I was getting 55 volts. It was really weird, and and it was so weird that I made a YouTube video about it, and I was really wanting to follow up on how we fixed it. And yesterday she said she was getting the same thing, and then you said it's fixed now, and it is. It's fixed now when I showed up. So I was like...
It wasn't, because I knew that, I've been doing this a long time, and the wire is in pipe. I checked it, and we could pull a new wire in, but I wanted to make sure...
Well, you can tie them together and ohm them and make sure you're getting good ohms. And
and I could have done that, but I couldn't find nowhere where it was nicked or burnt, and that's why
that's
why I went back to the panel, and that's when I found it. I said, well, somebody's unhooked it.
That's
so
good.
They were barely touching, which is why you wasn't getting the good voltage.
Yeah, because I thought I put my meter on the breaker, and I was getting 210, and then over here 55. It was weird, but now it makes sense because the wires weren't even touching.
Always check it. You wouldn't believe how many calls I went to. I'm from Alabama. I went to some lady's house. She'd lived in that house for 5 years, and she had HVAC guy go out and 3 other electricians, and her breaker, her 60-amp breaker to her, I think it was her air handler heat pump. Every time the heat come on, it'd run a while and trip the breaker. And she couldn't figure out what it was. I went out there. First thing I did was jerk on the wires. They pulled right out of the screws. I put them back in, torqued them to the correct specs, and never tripped again. So always check it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I was wondering, because if I come across this again, I'll know what to look for.
Yeah, always check it, because somebody just didn't torque that one up, and then, of course, they were getting hot on the lugs, and it would trip the breaker. Yeah, so it happens.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, well, sounds good. Well, thank you. Thanks for answering.
All right, thank you, bye-bye.
You're welcome, bye. So, if you guys understood that, first technician showed up, put his meter on that breaker. We're getting 210 out. Come here, or not. None of us pulled on the wires on the breaker. None of us pulled the breaker loose to check any connections because we're getting 210 out. We didn't even check the tightness of the wires. Sent Metro Power out. The breaker was bad. I guess it was replaced or something. He pulled on the wires. It was tight or something. I don't know. I came, same thing. They came out, said they fixed it. Ashley came yesterday, same thing. And then he came out and he said he'd pull on the wires and they came right out. So something was going on, but at least we know the issue. And if you guys ever come across this, to pull on the wires at the breaker, or pull the breaker off, check your tightness, your connection, pull on the wires. Just make sure they're secure and tight. Loose connections can cause fire, can cause heat. All that stuff can happen. I didn't even think about it because the other tech was here first, and I just didn't even think about it. I went straight to what he was doing, just double checking what the electrician said, and a miscommunication. But at least we know now, next time something like this happens, you're 210, you're getting weird 55 volts and something on each leg, then double check your connections and make sure they're tight. It sounds like an idiot mistake, and it is an idiot mistake. I feel like an idiot that I should have checked that, but hopefully you guys learned from this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thank you guys. If you guys are wondering, heat mode worked great. We heated up to 70 a little bit, and now cool mode is dropping down. It looks like we're gonna be perfect. So that's the only issue on this one, was that power issue. So we are cooling good.